I hear people say this. No, you don't need to know anybody. Your work will speak for you. If you are making that kind of statement, I can guarantee you are a poor man. Ask any rich man in this country, they will tell you you need to know somebody. That's the way the marketplace works. In every industry, there are gatekeepers. There are power brokers. There are people that determine what happens. The reason why you are not aware is because you have not touched the market share. Have mentors, have sponsors. On your social media, if you are in an industry, find out who are the power brokers in this industry. Network strategically. Stop gathering with poor people. Gisting in saloon. Just moving with people going nowhere. Poor man, canceling poor man. You don't work to earn, you work to learn. You learn how things work. That's the way you are going to do your job. Be good to everybody you meet. You never know how connected people are. So I don't know what career path you are in right now, but there's a business in that career. Number one, start early. Start early. The problem with a lot of us is that, by the age of 19, I'd already done 3 businesses. By the age of 19, I'd already been in ministry. So I started very early. So I know the benefits of starting early. There are a lot of 25-year-old, 27-year-old, 30-year-old young people today that are asking me, Pastor, how do I discover God's purpose for my life at 30? A quarter of a century of your life is gone. You are still talking purpose. What have you been doing for the last 25 years? Many of you, the reason why you are where you are is because you didn't start early. Many of you, at the age of 36, you discover you should be. And many of you you've not discovered, you are just following the trend. Where everybody is doing care, you go into care. Oh, bro, I want to do nursing. I want to do nothing. Because that's the next everybody is into IT, you go to IT. Project management, scrum master, you're just jumping around, no vision. Hello? So you want to create what has called number one, start early. Discover exactly what, if you decided that I'm going to be a professional in this field, go in there. Start and don't be distracted. Why do you need to start early? In the pyramid of the marketplace, there's what we call a salary scale. The salary scale is like a triangle. At the bottom are those that we call the junior staff. At the middle are those we call middle management. At the top are those we call senior staff. Now, the people at the bottom are more than those at the top. But if you put all the salaries of those that are at the bottom together, it's not compared to those at the top of the top. But guess what? When they want to lay off people, they don't lay off people at the top because they are not easy to replace. It's still the same poor people they will lay off. So why do you need to start early? It takes an average, listen to this, it takes an average of 10 to 15 years for you to go from the ground floor to top floor. So in any industry, for you to get to the place where you are now really in top middle management, or you get into the management level where you begin to really get the benefit of that career, it takes an average of 10 to 15 years. So if you don't start early, when will you now get there? So what happens to many of us is because of the mismanagement of our seasons, you start late. So by the time you are now getting to that top management, you're already married with 3 children. The liabilities of your life is now eating up the asset of your life. But if you started early, if you left school at 21, so you see a lot of people in the country that were born in the country, many of the people that are your managers are younger than you. Many of the people that are your bosses are younger than you. They are not even as educated as you. Because some of them just left high school, did 1 or 2 certifications, and they started. But because of longevity, because they've been there for 15 years, they are now the managers, even though they don't have master's degree, they don't have PhD. So you come in with PhD and you start as a trainee. Hello? So you need to start early. So when you start early, it helps you. Because by the time you get to that level, the benefits are what makes you wealthy. So that's what makes you an high net worth individual. When you get there, you are not just collecting salary. There are bonuses. There are stock options. There are target bonuses. There are special benefits. There are official car, official trip, official. So you get so many things that you're supposed to pay for, the company pays for, because you are senior management. And that gives you a leverage. Hello? Number 2, give it all it takes. Give it all it takes. In the marketplace, it's not by emotion and sentiment. In the marketplace, it's not activity, it's productivity. So give it all it takes. You see, if you start early, you will most likely be single and unmarried. If you start early, you will most likely have little responsibility. So you can do all you can. You can resume early, close late. You can volunteer. You can do so many stuff. And those are the things that will now become the asset of your life. Because by the time you give it all it takes, when you now finally get married and you are asking for 2 days off, they say, oh, no, let her go. She's very good. Because they can now see what you did. You are now doing what we call making deposits for the day that you need to make withdrawals. But you know what happened to a lot of us? Instead of giving it all it takes, we still go there with, I can't come and kill myself. So, and you go there thinking, not yet, I'm just going to do the little I can't do. No. When I start my own business, no. Do the best you can now. That's what, because listen, are you ready for this? There are people that determines how far you go in every career. Hello? That's going to be the 4th point. I'm going to get there. So if you give it all it takes, so you get into the organization, you are giving it all it takes, somebody's watching you. Because there are appraisals being done. And most of the time, you will not be there when the discussion about your promotion is being mentioned. And if there's no voice in the room representing you, you can stay in the same post. Number 3, get all the certification you can get. Get all the certification you can get. See, in this marketplace, they value certificate. Because you are in a capitalist environment, because they know that people are out to get them to sue them. There are many things you can do in your country without certificate. If you try it here, you are in trouble. Hello? One of our ministers relocated to a country, and then they had to run away and come back to Nigeria in less than 3 years. And what has happened was, he was the one that got a job. By virtue of getting the job, they relocated the whole family. And then he goes to work, but the wife is just sitting down at home doing nothing. And then she just thinks, let me just start daycare. They have 3 kids. So she starts collecting children from people's houses. And she starts daycare in the house without certificate, without license, without anything. With the Nigerian mindset. And then, before you know it, is it duty of care or whatever? They have all this language they use now. And then before you know it, they brought the lawyers. Before you know it, it was almost going to a jail level. It was becoming a criminal case. And then the only thing that helped them was because they were planted in a church in that country. And the vice president of our country, the former vice president, was a pastor, or is still a pastor in that denomination. So by virtue of the church, they had to now get the presidency of our country to quickly intervene. And the only way that they could be helped was to suspend it and for them to leave the country. So they had to come back to Nigeria. Now, what is wrong in gathering children? But because you are in a place where certification. So in the marketplace, get all the certification you can get. You see, the problem with us is, you don't understand. You see, these people, even for you to be an electrician, that you have been an electrician in Nigeria for 17 years, does not mean you will come here and be joining wire together. You will end up in jail. That I was a plumber, I'm a mechanic. No. And guess what? All you need may just be a 1-week training and certification, and you are good. But because you don't understand, so many of you, the things you call menial jobs, there are no menial jobs, only menial minds. Many of these people you are looking down make more money than you. The plumbers, the electricians, they make more money than you. That's what many of you should be doing. Go and get your certification. You can do a 3-month online course. You can do a 1-month online course. Hello? Pastors, you have a degree in you have a certificate in counseling. Just go and do counseling course online. Get your certificate. You'll be charging money for marriage counseling. Legally, you give them invoice, they'll pay. How many members give you money when they come for counseling? They waste your time. You fast, you pray, even your birthday, they will forget. All you need to do, man of God, I can make you rich. I'm a rich man. I know what I'm talking about. So I'm not just rich now, I'm a globally rich man. So when I'm talking money, you listen. Hello? Hello? And I'm not rich by offering. I've got real estate all over the world. Hello? Just go and do a certificate in counseling. 6 weeks. Frame it in your office. You start collecting money. Family life counseling, recovery, all kinds of courses you can do. 6 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 weeks. And before you know it, you'll be charging correct. So when you are going to church office, you are going to work. Not for people to come and queue. I saw a mosquito and the rat was pursuing me. And then one snake came out. And that's what you are wasting your life doing. Hello? Number 4. I want to give you 5 and I close. Number 4. So number 1 is what? Start early. Number 2 is what? Give it all it takes. Number 3, get all the certification you can get. Number 4, network strategically. Network strategically. You see, many of us think, I hear people say this, no, you don't need to know anybody. Your work will speak for you. You are still elementary. You are fooling yourself. If you are making that kind of statement, I can guarantee you are a poor man. Ask any rich man in this country, they will tell you need to know somebody. That's the way the marketplace works. It's when you are still saying you don't need to know anybody, your work will speak for you. No! In every industry, there are gatekeepers. There are power brokers. There are people that determine what happens. The reason why you are not aware is because you have not touched the market share. All your money is still elementary. When you start touching the market share and you start making some kind of money, you will know that there are people that run things in Australia. There are gatekeepers in every industry. Hello? So what do you need to do? Network strategically. Have mentors, have sponsors. On your social media, if you are in an industry, find out who are the power brokers in this industry. Who are the people in this country that matter in this industry? Follow them on social media. Check what they are doing. See all the opportunities. Because let me tell you something. How many of you are here now? And you are pastors? How many of you are part of the chaplains? How many of you are here right now? How many of you are part of Rotary, Lions Club, and all this global club? And you are in the country. You're joking. You're joking. So if you're a pastor, you should be a chaplain. It's a strategic move. Chaplaincy is global. Hello? And there are things that you'll be recognized by the government for instead of the bishop title you are carrying. Hello? Just go join the Lions Club. Go join the Rotary. You'll be amazed at what the Rotary can do for you in Australia in 1 year that you have not gotten in 10 years. Just because you are a member, many barriers are broken. Many of the people you see on TV, many of the people you are trying to meet, you walk up to them in Rotary. Hey, how are you? I will try to see. Okay, well, no problem. Just give me a call. This is my number. And that's it. It's done. Network strategically. Stop gathering with poor people. Gisting in saloon. Just moving with people going nowhere. Poor man, canceling poor man. Hello? Network strategically. When you are in an office, it is not sucking up to people. It's mentorship. It's connection. You don't need everybody, but you need some people. There are those who matter to your matter. And when it matters, they must be there. Or else the matter will still be there. Hello? So network strategically. Listen to me. There are rooms of destiny. And I think I spoke about it in the book. There are rooms that determine your destiny. Everybody is born in a room called labor room. But your conception was done in a room called the bedroom. And when you come back from the labor room, you go back into the bedroom or the baby's room. And when you're going to be fed, you come into the sitting room. And then there's a dining room. There are rooms of destiny that determines how far you go. But there's also a throne room that determines what happens in the physical. But there's also a boardroom that determines what happens in the marketplace. So in the boardroom where decisions are made, do you have a voice that will speak on your behalf? So networking strategically gives you a voice in every boardroom. Because when decisions are going to be made on who to lay off or who to promote, you will not be there. Your lack of strategic networking or throne room activation will make your name to be forgotten. They will have made decisions. Oh, I actually forgot about you. But that's what. Oh, don't worry, next time. And then that's 3 years. Hello? Let me give you an example. There's a woman in the Bible called Vashti. Wonderful woman, married to a man, having a wonderful time. And then one day the guy decides to celebrate. And then they started doing this 6-month celebration. They're just living righteous life. 6 months. And then the guy is sitting there and say, hey, go call my wife. Let her come and show them. Is that the way you should treat your wife? To turn her into a model to present to your... But it goes and say, come. And the lady say, I'm busy. I'm also doing my own stuff. If you are married here, there is no married man here that has never heard no from their wife. We hear no every time. We are still married. So there is nothing wrong in your wife telling you no. So the woman says, no, I'm not coming, I'm busy. So they come to the guy, say, well, she says she's busy, she's not coming. So the guy says, no problem. And he's about to continue the business. Then somebody says, hey, excuse me, sir. No, read your Bible. The guy was okay. He was about to continue the business. Hey, sir. No, we can't continue. What she has just done now, if we allow it to slide, other women will start disrespecting their husband. They were already disrespecting you. Don't use this one as an open door. They were already disrespecting. Why are you trying to use this one? It's because there was no voice. Please read your Bible. In the same sentence, I think we should remove her from the throne. I think we should get another. And then the guy starts, it's as if they have been waiting for her downfall. The guy starts talking to the ego of the man. Sir, we need to let her go. Look for a young girl. That will be. So the guy is speaking to the emotion of the man. He said, let us look for somebody. And the man said, that's true. And all of a sudden, everybody agreed. Please, not one person spoke for her. Nobody said, oh, no, we can't do that. Madam is not like that. Oh, no, we know her. She must just be having a bad day. Oh, let me go and call her myself. Nobody spoke for her. So what kind of life was she living? I'm the queen. You guys are subjects. I'm the queen. I'm the first lady. And nobody spoke for her. So that arrogance here, I don't need anybody. All I need is God. Be fooling yourself. Like we say in Africa, just they play. Hello? You say you don't need anybody, you need God. You need people. Even God need people. Hello? So network what? Strategically. So that when it's time for Memucan to try to kill you, people will speak and silence Memucan. I run different organizations. I'm on board of different corporations. And sometimes we are making decisions. And I'm sitting down there because I'm a pastor. I'm like, hey, this is people's life we are discussing. No. Hey, that's how somebody would. So some people, I was in a meeting in the boardroom one day, and we're deciding how to lay off some people, and 2 of them was just like glass, and they were passing by. So I looked, and I'm like, hey. So I has wife and 3 children. Look at the way he's laughing. He doesn't know now that this is last week in the office, and we are the one making that decision. Hello, and that's where it is. I've gone to the office before with a determination that this guy is gone. He's got to go. And I get there and someone says, excuse me, sir. You know, you preached a message. God is a God of second chance. Somebody will be pleading on their behalf. That you preached a message that we are all a work in progress. That let's give him a second chance. Somebody will be reminding me of my message. Says, sir, you know you are a father. Let's just mentor him. Let's give him a little time. You know the Bible said that Jesus said, give him 1 more year. And because I'm a pastor, I will hear the word and I will say, okay, let's give him 1 more year. And the guy will not know that he will have lost his job. Somebody spoke for him. That's why you need to network strategically. Be good to everybody you meet. You never know how connected people are. Finally, and I close. Get the remaining in the book. If you don't buy the book, wait till next time. Hello. Number 5. Understand the business of your career. Understand the business of your career. I was speaking to a group of people years ago. It was in the 90s. The story is in the book, actually. 1998, I believe. And one of them, who is also a contributor to the book, one of the things I did with the book is there are 16 contributors. These are people that I have trained and mentors that are now wealthy people. So they share their own story and they are still career people. So one of them now asked me a question, 1998, I believe. And he said, sir, I've heard everything you have said, because I was talking about freedom from labor, how you can be free from the rat race. He said, I've heard everything you have said. So, but some of us are not interested in starting businesses. We want to build our professional career, we want to be top of our profession. So are you saying that we cannot become wealthy because we want to become professionals? So I said, no, you can. But you must understand the business of your profession. There's a difference between the legal business and legal profession. There's a difference between the medical business and the medical profession. There are billionaires in the medical field, but they are not medical doctors. They are in medical business. They produce the machines, they produce the drug, they produce the gloves, they produce the syringes, they produce the PPE, they are involved in the business of medicine. They didn't go to medical school. But those that went to medical school are clocking in and clocking out and being paid per hour and going on strike. Hello? So, whatever profession you are involved in, what is the business side of it? Because show business has a show and it has a business. There are people that are involved in the show. They don't understand the business of the show. Hello? There are people that are not footballers, but they are in the sports business. They are billionaires. But those that are playing get money. And 70-80% of what they get goes to people that are not playing. Because they are the people in the business. There are movie stars that you know today. And they tell you, oh, the person was paid 20 million. What entered his hand is 3 million. 17 million did not come. Because the people that understand the business, taxman collects his own, and the business people collect their own. And the manager will collect, trainer will collect, lawyer will collect. At the end of the day, the person that they pay 20 million has only 3 million with her. Why? Because there are people that understand the business. So what career profession are you in right now? What is the business in that career? If you have spent 5 to 10 years in an industry, you should become a consultant in that industry. You should be able to start a business in that industry that will make you richer than the salary you were earning in that industry. But many times, the reason why we are not able to do it is because we are so salary conscious. Because the software that runs our mind is survival. We just want to survive. So you are working to earn instead of working to learn. You don't work to earn, you work to learn. You should learn how things work. That's the way you are going to be able to excel. So I don't know what career path you are in right now, but there's a business in that career. That's what you should be looking into. Because once you understand the business of your career, that's where the real money is. The real money is not in the salary. The real money is in the business that produces the salary. There's something called the power of a corporation. When you register a business in the eyes of the law, that business is a different entity than you that owns the business. So the business now employs you, even though you are the owner of the business. Now, according to the law of taxation and the law of capitalism, you don't pay taxes except you have made profit. So you pay taxes on your profits, not on your income. Because in a corporation, there's what we call overhead, there's what we call running costs. Now, you as the owner of the business, You are the one that determines what your overhead or your running cost will be. So if you start a business, whatever money you make, the law expects that everything it costs you to run the business and everything it costs you to make that money should be deducted. And whatever is left is what you will pay taxes on. So when you own a business, instead of you owning things, let your business be the owner of the things. So the car you are driving should not be in your name. The car should belong to the business. So your business will be the one that will buy the car, be paying the insurance, paying the car note, and you are the one using the car. So it's an official tool for your business. Instead of you going to rent an office somewhere, take one room in your house, take your garage, convert it to an office. That becomes your office. That business is supposed to pay rent. So that rent that your business is paying for that one room can be your mortgage every month. So that means you are having the rest of your house for free. Your son or your daughter can finish school and come work in that business 2 hours a day to arrange files, to clean, to dust, and you pay them as a casual staff or ad hoc staff or contract staff. And that month. Now, when you are going out every Sunday as a family to go and eat in a restaurant, that can be called a business expenses, because you are now going out together as the owners of the business to discuss. So every Sunday you have a stakeholders management meeting to discuss. All your clothes and your shoes can be bought by the business because they are the costume that you are using to run the business, because you have to be presentable to make money. So by the time you do all that, almost everything you are spending money on, you will deduct from the business. And at the end of the day, if you are traveling for summer vacation, the business will pay, because we are going on vacation. We have labored. We are now going to rest so that we can be. So that vacation will be called a retreat. So you went for a retreat to go and plan and rejuvenate. The business will pay. That's how rich people. So at the end of the day, there's no profit. So you are not paying any tax. And it is legal. It's not illegal. It's legal. That's what rich people do. Hello? Thank you.
How can you leverage your job to build a business?
Okay, so whatever you do, you need to save. One of the benefits of salary is predictability. So you have predictable income, so you can have predictable savings. So so you need to save a minimum of 10 to 20% of your income. That can help you build something that you can now use to be able to start your business. Then all the experiences you are getting, listen to what I'm about to say now. The experiences you are getting, the contacts you are getting, are all part of the things that you will need for your business. So every time you are working in a place, network strategically. Get to know people. Get their numbers. Stay in touch with them, because they may become your customers, your investors, your advisors, your referrers tomorrow. So if you live in a community, get involved in the community. If your children are in a school, get involved in your children's school. Join the PTA, join Rotary, join chaplaincy, so that you will know a lot of people. Now, because you are working in an organization, when you are knowing them based on the credibility of that organization. And if you have known them for 2 to 5 years and they have seen consistency in the relationship, by the time you are starting your own business, even though your business does not have any credibility, the credibility of the fact that they've known you for 5 years is what they will use to rate your business that you are starting, and they will support you. So one of the things that you need to understand is leveraging what you have now to get to where you need to get to. And you need to be strategic and intentional about it.
So just to follow up on that, we just We had a follow-up on that.
Okay, on that, okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, you have a question. Okay, we're coming to you.
Thank you. That's all.
Okay, thank you. I'm the one who wrote that question. So just a follow-up on business expenses. If you're trying to separate your personal assets, for instance, but you want the business to shoulder the expenses. So how do you go about that? Like, for instance, you can't necessarily buy a house under the company name. My business is risky. So you can be sued at any time. So I don't want to have my house be part of if I get sued or anything like that. So how do you leverage your personal assets, but yet get the business to cover the
I
expense?
understand your question, but it's not the question. That's consultancy. Yeah, so you need to pay for that. Thank you. So now let me say this. Everything we are saying here, we are speaking theory. So you need to get professionals to now do the. So you need a lawyer. You need, I don't know whether you guys have CPA, auditor, tax consultant, financial. So you need to have those people on your. So if you get the book, all these things are there. All the people you need. You need a mentor. You need a spiritual covering. You need a lawyer. All the people you need to work all these things are there in the book. So, and you already have the book. So read it. You see. So I'm not going to be. I'm here now. I'm wearing two caps now. Pastor Olumide Emmanuel is different from Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. So Pastor Olumide Emmanuel can counsel you on spiritual matter. Doctor does not do free things.
Buying businesses, cash down, no cash down.
Buying businesses or buying
Buying businesses, no cash down.
Buying businesses cash.
No cash down.
No cash down.
No cash down.
Yeah, it depends on the kind of business. So for instance, I advise people, one of the things I advise people to do, especially when you start the wealth creation network stuff I'm talking about, when you start wealth creation networks, two things I recommend for people to do is real estate and franchising. Real estate and franchising. Because what we have done all over the world is what we call fractional ownership. So right now, we buy properties. So we get 10 people together, $10,000. I'll buy $100,000 property and they get $1,000 minimum every month. And they share among the 10 of them. So we've done that, lots of that. We do that right now. We do that regular. That's what one of the things I do. So, and then you can buy a franchise and own a restaurant and own chains of franchises as a group. And you don't even need to manage it. You are the owner and somebody else manages it. So you can buy businesses without any cash once you have that opportunity to do it. And the return from the business can pay for the business and give it. You can do that.